Today we're talking about fractions and decimals and how the two are related. Just a quick little review for you. It seems like whenever we talk about fractions, we start talking about pizza or pie, and it's just because they're shaped in circles and they're easy to think about parts of the whole. So as you can see, this is one whole pizza here, and we would write that as one. We know that that is one whole. We know that one whole thing could be called 100%. If we're talking about a decimal, one whole thing would be 1.0. If we have a half of a pizza, we show that by saying 1/2. This is what we call the numerator, and this is what we call the denominator. Just a very, very, very quick review. 1 stands for how many pieces do we have. In this case, we have 1 piece. The 2 stands for how many pieces did we have all together? How many pieces would make a whole? In that case, we have 2. So we're saying 1/2. We can find the decimal equivalent of 1/2 just by using division. And as you can see, this is a division problem. This symbol right here means division. So we would divide 2 into 1. And if you remember from last year, we need decimals when we get to this place because, well, it's not going to be a whole number that divides 1 into 2 parts. So we place a decimal, we say, all right, 2 goes into 10, 5 times. 5 times 2 is 10. And our decimal equivalent is 5/10. So 1/2 is equal to 5/10. So decimals and fractions, they both mean parts of a whole thing. Remember using these base 10 blocks? We still will use base 10 blocks, but decimals are just based on a system of tens. We can have parts out of 100, parts out of 1,000. These are all based on a system of tens. Whereas fractions are kind of more like a ratio. They talk about a part to a whole. So in this case, this pizza right here, there are 3 total pieces to make one whole, but one of them's gone. So what we have left is 2/3, 2 parts out of 3 altogether. All right, so the final part of this video, you're going to need to get out your math notebook. So here's what we're going to write in our notebooks. I want you to write down that fractions and decimals are related, the similarities and differences of fractions and decimals, and then write yourself a note about how to change a fraction into a decimal. All you have to do is divide, and remember this symbol right here actually means divide. So make sure you pause this video right here, get these notes written down into your notebook, and don't forget to put the date at the top of your paper.